An upgrade.
626 on Good Morning Hawaii. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Well, this morning we're talking about an issue that companies are starting to find is very important. We're talking about cybersecurity, and Brian joins us from DTRIC. Talk a little bit about that. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming in.
My pleasure.
So let's talk a little bit about, first of all, cyber attacks. We've heard the term. We've probably seen news stories about it. How concerned should business owners be about cyber attacks?
They should be very strongly concerned. It's continually going on, and they're attacking everybody from the larger organizations to mom and pop shops. If you've got a computer, you're a target. All right.
So we understand that cyber attacks are a global impact. You know, we talk about how Russia is supposedly hacking emails from the DNC. We talk about Yahoo and the cybersecurity attacks there. What can we do to protect ourselves if, as a computer user, as a business owner, even as a personal home user?
So a couple of the biggest things you can do is training. You know, train your staff and educate them on, okay, well, what's coming at us? And then also think ahead. You know, so what happens if I do get hacked? What am I going to do? How am I going to get my files back? Because right now, one of the biggest threats are the viruses that will go and encrypt all the files on your machine. It's called ransomware. And so what would I do if my machine, say everything I had access to all of a sudden got encrypted? How would I get that information back?
All right, you talk about ransomware. That's where the hacker infiltrates the computer and then locks you out of your own computer and then asks for money back to give you access to those files again.
Exactly. And the way they're going about doing that right now is primarily through email. So they just try to trick you into following a link to a malicious website or opening an attachment that has a virus payload in it.
All right. Now, you brought a device with you today. This is a device that's used to encrypt files in transport. I'll show this to the camera. Maybe you can get a close-up look at this. So it's a USB thumb drive, but what makes this different?
This is different because it uses a code to encrypt the files on the drive. So if I'm out in the field doing some work, I lose my USB drive, got important documents on it, those files are encrypted and protected so that no one else can get them off there.
All right.
And you can do the same kind of thing for laptops as well.
That's fantastic. Now, so devices like this are good for prevention, but I mean, is there any sort of protection we have? I mean, I understand DTRIC has some solutions for people who may be victims or at least susceptible to victims.
We certainly do. So it goes into the forethought, you know, well, what happens if I do get hacked? So DTRIC does offer cyber insurance, and in that it covers things like external legal costs. You know, if records of your customers get released, then you need to do identity protection, and so it covers those kind of things.
All right. Well, you can talk to insurance agent about that. Brian, thanks for coming in this morning.
Thank you very much.
Providing some information for us. Always good to keep your wits about you, particularly when using a computer. Right back with more of today's headlines, plus another look at today's weather and traffic just as you head out the door right after this.